What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and in today's YouTube video, we're going to be telling you everything you need to know regarding the upcoming sprites that will be added in the next downtime update. We have 5 new sprites coming out, and even though we thought one of them was going to be a collaboration or John Wick sprite, it appears it's not going to be a collab sprite at all. So let's go ahead and pop this image on screen right now that shows you all 5 of the brand new sprites. Now, luckily, thanks to Epic Games, we know how you're going to be able to obtain 2 of the sprites, and we know what each sprite does. So now that you've seen them, let's go ahead and name them all and then pop it off a screen so we can just showcase the background gameplay. So all the way on the left, the red sprite is the boss sprite. After that, we have the fishy sprite. After that, we have the striker sprite, and then we have the aura sprite and grim reaper sprite. That is right, we have a sprite literally called aura. So without further ado, let's tell you what everything does. Firstly, the striker sprite is one of the ones we actually know how you unlock it. You unlock it by scoring a goal at the brand new soccer pitch POI that will be added after downtime, and this one will allow you to gain overdrive when you mantle or hurdle. We're not for sure how long the overdrive lasts, and we're not for sure how it's going to mesh with stuff like zero build, where you already get overdrive like down there, but actually no, that's a slap effect. Wait, what is overdrive? I don't know. I forget what overdrive is, but it's something that you'll gain whenever you hurdle or mantle over an object, and it's, you know, a nice little thing to see, and I assume the overdrive effect will last longer depending on the higher level of the striker sprite, but of course that one doesn't require you going into chests or anything else. However, it makes me wonder how the variants of it are going to work, such as like a gold, or, you know, a gummy, or a galaxy version, or whatever else. After that, we have the fishy sprite, which has a description of swim speed way up, plus a brief movement speed boost when you take damage, so it's all about movement, swimming fast, all that type of stuff. Now, it doesn't appear like they've given us a way to obtain it. Some people have theorized that you'll be able to obtain it through fishing, but at the same time, this entire season, I've tried fishing to get a sprite, and I actually haven't gotten any sprites at all through fishing, so I'm not even for sure if that's something they could even do, but it does appear to be one of the changes they're going to be making, and one of the new sprites that they're going to be adding is related to everything fish related. After that, we have ourselves the aura sprite, which has a description of gain a shock rock charge when you deal enough damage. Now, of course, just recently on this channel, we made a YouTube video talking about the shock rock and exactly how it's going to work. So this is kind of them in a way leaking an upcoming item that most likely will be added with the downtime update as well, unless they're just going to have the charge system in place without actually having the shock rock itself added to the game as of yet. They could do that, but I think they'll add both at the same time since they're already, you know, mentioning it by name in the description of everything else. So let me go ahead and get this elimination, and then we can continue past the aura monster. So after the aura sprite, we have the boss sprite, which boosts your max health and shield. This one sounds insane. Alright, if you're playing in a real match, this one sounds like it's a major buff that I could see people be like using in matches, just because of the fact that getting more shield, getting more health, having that opportunity to never get one shot or whatever else, or never have to worry about like your overshield or anything being cracked because you already have so much extra, is just going to be kind of game breaking depending on how it actually ends up working when it gets added to the game. But you'll be able to obtain the boss sprite by deleting, or I guess eliminating, any Fortnite runner's boss. Now, we're not for sure if it's 100% guaranteed to spawn whenever you eliminate a boss, but it gives the bosses in the game more of a reason to defeat them, because as of right now, you know, they mainly just kind of give you a legendary weapon or a mythic weapon in some cases. I know like Skeletor doesn't even give you his branded weapon yet, and it just kind of adds a little bit more for you to actually obtain from them. After the boss sprite, we have the Grim Reaper sprite, which makes it so anyone who attacks you gets marked for a certain amount of duration. Duration increases, of course, with the length of time you've been, or I guess with the level of the actual sprite itself, so the length of time you've actually used that sprite. So at level 1, it might be like a 5-second duration. At level 5, it might be like a 20-second duration or something like that. But then again, that number I just kind of threw out is not the confirmed one. It's just kind of a random guess I threw out there. And honestly, 25 seconds of having an enemy marked might be a little bit too much for a battle royale game. They go on to mention that every Thursday a new sprite or special variant begins appearing on the island, and you'll be able to find the sprites and add them to your collection at extraction sites or with portable extractors. New sprites and variants will stay on the island for the rest of the season, and you'll be able to find and collect them anytime you want, as long as you're playing after they've been enabled, right? Now, we're not for sure how the rarities and everything else is going to go. We already saw that they made the common, you know, starter sprites a little bit more rare so that all the other sprites start showing up more. They might do that as they add more stuff into the loot pool in order to not push push certain rarities and stuff out of the pool entirely, you know, making it fair for everyone to go ahead and find anything they want. And then who knows, maybe at the end of the season, they'll do a power hour that is just kind of like a full wild week, I guess you would say. And what I mean by that is, imagine a power hour where every single sprite and every single rarity and variant and everything else has the exact same spawn chance, and it can be spawned anywhere. So if you want to find a 0-point sprite, you can just find it from whatever you get your normal starter sprites from. If you wanted to find the like galaxy or quack versions of the what sprites are there, the duck sprite, I guess, then you'll be able to find that just as common as you would be able to find like a gummy 0-point sprite. You know, that is what I see them doing towards the end of the season. It's just kind of like a free-for-all frenzy to kind of end it off, to be like, hey, you know, season's over, have some fun, go grab the ones you're missing, trade with your friends, and hopefully you don't get like a demon sprite that's common rarity for the 5,000th time. Until next time, however, hope you champs and champions enjoyed today's YouTube video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another upload. So until then, after I get this elimination, is that the burnt peanut sprite just standing there? Why is he standing there just menacingly? Hold on. Until next time, me and I guess the burnt peanut sprite that is just kind of lost. We'll see you a little bit later. Peace out.